gamers, gals, non-binary pals, new ban list dropped. But it wasn't a ban list for players. It wasn't a ban list for cards. It was a ban list for gooners. Finally, gooning is illegal. Adam, put up like the r/goon caves was banned. What does gooning mean? Please tell me you're joking. I hope to God you're joking, by the way. But basically, Konami Europe released a new policy update regarding Europe and Oceania, where it was related to events. But it wasn't that events were coming back. It's that you can now do less at events for what events exist.
But first, this video was brought to you guys by Imperium Duelist. Imperium makes some of the best Yu-Gi-Oh accessories and apparel, full stop. In fact, I religiously used their cherubim oversleeves for over a year at one point. And speaking of accessories, we've come together to create the hoppin' around playmat. You're all my little drama frogs, and I wanted to create a piece of art that is actually some form of usable merch. It comes in two colors, monochrome and hot pink, which is my favorite color by the way, and I am in love with how they turned out, both the single and two-player variants. Pick up a playmat, be sure to use my code Stevie10 on all products for their site for a 10% off discount, and be sure to tag us when yours comes
For
in.
any regional, national, whatever exists, the only thing you could do for playmats is you can only use a solid color playmat or an officially licensed Yu-Gi-Oh playmat. So if you're a Labyrinth player and you want to use this playmat at YCS, spoiler alerts, you can't. You will get penalized. You're going to be asked to change your playmat. They're going to maybe disqualify you from the event, something like that. But also, you can only use official sleeves. Now, the playmat thing, I completely understand. There are a lot of heinous playmats out there. I don't think I need to explain. Like, for those of you who've tried to buy Yu-Gi-Oh! Like custom playmats, all of you guys know the Sangan Tour Guide Feet playmat. But for the most part, most people don't really have Gooner sleeves. You know, some people like Herman Hansen will have like the Among Us sleeves. Some people just like using, you know, cute anime girls as sleeves. And there are sites like Dragon Shield or like Your Playmat Here or like My Custom Playmat or whatever who will offer like, you know, custom playmat designs, custom whatever design. And some people just want to put like a picture of their family. Some people want to put a picture of their dog. Like one of my best friends, Jesse, has a playmat where it's just his dog in a field. And I think that's adorable. That's awesome. But what's also shitty about this is that every piece of YugiTuber merch is actually banned. Because guess what? These aren't solid color or official Konami licensed designs. This is not an official Konami playmat. Tombox makes really good sleeves, and so does Team Sam. Guess what? Unless you get exactly the solid color one, you're not allowed to use anything not Yu-Gi-Oh related. You can't use your MST.TV grid. OCG designs are banned now also? I'm not actually sure. That's actually like the crazy thing, because I don't know if Konami OCG Japan technically qualifies as Yu-Gi-Oh product, because Yu-Gi-Oh Europe and Yu-Gi-Oh NA are technically byproducts of Yu-Gi-Oh OCG, but these are technically two separate regions with two separate countries and two separate player lists and two different policy guides and blah 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 blah. Additionally, if card sleeves and or a game mat are provided for use during the stream, you must use the items provided. And I think, sure, if it's a feature match, like, boring, but whatever. The reason we are implementing these changes are the following: to reduce the time spent during the tournament to checking duelist accessories, to help free up judges to spend less time monitoring accessories and more time providing an improved tournament experience for duelists, and to ensure we can consistently provide an experience for attendees of all ages. I think when it comes to protecting kids, I think that this is like a great step. I think that people with very horny playmats, it's not hard to find like any anime and just search for like a playmat design, and it's gonna contain something questionably suspect. I don't think I need to partition you guys to the Dark Magician Girl deck boxes of her where she is very scantily clad. But I do kind of have like this personal American pilled, this is encroaching on our 1984 freedoms. I think some of us like having, you know, playmats or sleeves with designs of, you know, stuff that means something to us, like our family, you know, like our personal artwork. Maybe want to represent a content creator we like. By the way, chat, if you do want to support the channel, go to imperiumduelist.com, get the hoppin' around playmat, use code Stevie10, 10% off your order. Comes in both one player and two player variants. But unfortunately, these sort of playmats are now banned. Like, they're literally banned. You're not allowed to take a cool little frog playmat to any tier 2 or above event, which I think is very, very silly. Like, this is a thing that should be done, in my opinion, on a case-by-case basis. I think that for the most part, it is very, very silly to not treat these sort of things on a case-by-case basis. And let's be real, Konami, is checking accessories something that's really something that takes up a lot of time during an event? Like, let's not pretend that checking accessories isn't just looking at a deck box and thinking, could someone potentially jerk off to this? Yes or no? The easy answer is, like, if you have to really think about if something is able to be gooned to, then it's probably good to just be like, hey man, pick up like an Ultra Pro deck box. We're gonna ask you to put this away. Or like, hey man, go to the vendors and get like, you know, one of the official play mats. We can't allow like this particular gooner mat or something like that. I think that, like, you know, treating these on case by case basis is what should be done and is realistic. But like having this sort of blanket ban not only hurts like content creators who have like their own personal line of merch and want to, like, you know, share them with duelists, but now like even like businesses who are entirely built upon selling TCG player accessories are basically now in the fucking shitter. Like when you look at Pyramid Gaming and you go to their playmats, spoiler alerts, literally none of these are allowed to be played, and these are fucking sick. Like, look at this shit. That's awesome. But too bad, if you take this to a regional, you are gonna go to super hell. They should have deck list check and sign in. I've heard people have been protesting by using the official Trap Tricks mat. Fun fact, I actually do own that. I own like an AliExpress knockoff version of it, but I do own like a Trap Tricks version of the playmat because I thought it was funny. There was someone proposing using the same color for the mats and sleeves. That's also something that's kind of dangerous because if your playmat and sleeves are like the same color, I don't think it's very unreasonable for cards to get lost and misplaced and hidden. Not that I'm saying that anyone should do that under any circumstances, but I am saying that it is now more of a possibility that those sort of incidents could happen, for better and for worse. But most importantly, they took away our fucking SpongeBob playmat. My wife died in a car crash. Buena carta. Share if you play Gravekeepers. Can't have shit in Detroit. Damn, this playmat kind of goes hard. Look at that shit. But yeah, I think that just sort of very overall blanket ban is just kind of, it's definitely overreaching. I think that for the most part, there shouldn't be any real issues when it comes to like judges having to like check accessories. I don't think that for the most part, people need to be worried about this sort of stuff, but that's just me. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comment section down below. If you think that this is a good idea, you think this is a bad idea, let me know what your guys' thoughts are. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.